What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Just Like Smith channel. Today you're going to be watching part 9 of this F250 build. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in and talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing in today's video. So I got the alignment finished up yesterday. The truck drives perfect, perfectly straight steering wheel. That was in part 8. If you haven't checked that out already, we showed you how to do an alignment on this F250 after you've installed the lift kit. So this truck also has the Morimoto headlights. Those are freaking sweet. But anyway, so we got all that done and all of that tightened up. We still have to tighten the bolts right here on the sway bars. So we just have that top bolt right there and then the 2 bolts on each side of the sway bar brackets. And then the front and all the bolts and all the suspension is completely done except one thing. I finally got in the rest of these differential cover bolts and the washers. So we're going to go ahead right now and we're going to swap out the differential cover bolts. And I don't know if you all watched that video or not, but the hardware store actually ran out. I bought them out of bolts and still didn't have enough. So we had to order these from them and we got in the remaining bolts and washers. So we can go ahead and put those on. Okay, so the suspension, everything is completely done. I've checked over all the bolts. Everything is good to go on that. The alignment is done. Traction bars are on. The leaf springs are back in. The blocks, U-bolts, shocks, shock extensions on the front. We installed those whenever I've done the 6-inch lift on the front. Checked over everything. Everything seems to be good to go. And now it is time to start installing the rock lights. So we're going to go ahead and go over this right quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through. Very, very easy installing these rear fender liners. It comes with these blue clips, and you're going to put one down here, one right here, and one right there. And those are factory holes that are already there. So we're going to go right here. You see there's a factory hole, and right here there's a factory hole. One is a circle. This one is more oval shaped. We're going to go ahead and take this, push it right in there. Very bottom one, push that in as well. So now that we've got all the clips in, these are going to accept a 7mm bolt. So it came with 6 clips and 6 bolts. It's just these little 7mm, and all of the extra holes is going to have these just little Christmas tree push pins, and that's going to go in those holes that are already there. You do not have to drill any holes for these. All I'm going to do is set the rock lights on here. So we're gonna put one rock light right here probably and one rock light right there. We're gonna do 2 just evenly spaced. I am going to go ahead and drill the holes for these through the plastic liners after I lay the rock lights on and mark them. And then I'll show you what the finished product looks like after that. I've got the 2 fender liners in with 2 rock lights in each fender liner. So I ran the wires up through here from that back rock light. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. Right there's the 6th one. So I've got 6 done on this side. So these 5 rock lights right here are going to get this loom. And I will have a link to where you can buy this wiring loom in the description box down below. But what I've done was I went ahead and pulled all this slack out to right here. And then I'm gonna hold up the loom and I'm gonna go from a little bit back in here behind this to about 3 inches or 4 inches up inside the fender well. And then I'm gonna cut the wire loom that long. So then that wire loom will run right alongside this factory one, and it'll look very, very close to factory, and it'll look very, very clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that wire loom and put all the wires in it, and I will show you what that looks like whenever I get it done. See guys, how does that look? That looks freaking factory right there. So just by buying this wire loom and putting it on, you literally go from this to this. So now I'm just gonna feed, obviously I'm gonna feed this through, and I'm gonna put probably about 2 zip ties. I'll put 1 right here. I guess I'll put 3. I'm gonna put 1 right here, 1 right here, and then 1 somewhere over here where it's gonna loop down. This rock light location right here, there's a bevel right here, and there's already a hole right in there, so that doesn't go into the actual cab. That's like a 3-dimensional panel on it. So what I've done was I just went ahead and used some self-tapping screws and just put those up through there right quick, little bitty short ones. With the thickness of the rock light and the thickness of that metal, on the other side, it's probably poking through about like that, probably not even that much. It just barely holds the rock light on, but it's not going anywhere and it's super solid. For this middle one, another channel right here, went ahead and put that one there, same thing. And then for this back one, I put it right here. This is a part of the frame. I thought about building a bracket coming off of this cab mount, or bed mount, I guess I should say. Thought about building a bracket off of that, but if the customer ever wants to remove the bed, then he would have to remove this rock light. So the way that I've done it right here, you won't have to remove the rock light. But I am going to go ahead and finish running all the wires and wire loom on this side. Then I'm going to knock out the other side. And hopefully in this video, I should get finished and it'll be dark out whenever I get done. So it's been pretty much an all-day project, doing the sway bar and fooling with the alignment a little bit more and putting on the rock lights, but no big deal. By the time we get done, it'll be dark out, and then I think I have enough wire to go ahead and wire these things up to the factory auxiliary switches, which I'll be doing a separate video on that as well. But I'm going to wire these up to the factory auxiliary switches, which will be really, really cool. But anyway, guys, I will see you all as soon as I get all these rock lights wired up and done. I will check back in with you at nighttime, and I'll kind of vaguely go over wiring to the auxiliary switch in this video, but I want to make a video solely for that as well. So stay tuned for both of those videos. I guess, so stay tuned for this video and the video that I'm going to be making talking about that in depth. I'll see y'all whenever it gets dark and I got these lights wired up. Mudding. There we go, son.
We're already in it.
Alright guys, so it is currently almost midnight. I'm still not done yet. I have been tediously taking my time, and I am 90% done with the rock light install. I had to go fix me some food. That took longer than usual. All that, but I'm back out here. I'm about to clean up in the garage and organize everything and then so then I can just knock it out in the morning. It won't take long at all. First thing in the morning, I will knock it out, and I'm gonna try. I think Daniel's gonna pick the truck up tomorrow. I'm gonna hope that he has to work long. Sorry, Daniel, but I'm gonna hope that he works late, because then maybe it'll be getting close to dark, so then I can do a video with the rock lights on. I'm not gonna be able to do a video tonight outside. Tomorrow I can leave the garage door shut and I can turn off all the lights and I can show you guys that. But I'll go ahead and show you what all I've got done, and then that's gonna be all for tonight's video, and we will pick up tomorrow and finish everything. But I get a lot of questions whenever I'm installing these rock lights, guys, of like where the wiring goes and what to do here and there. Just a lot of zip ties and patience. So right here is what that ended up looking like. So you've got that wiring is in that loom right through here. It looks very, very clean and professional. And then I took out the front fender liners. I didn't get any footage of that, but I took out the front fender liners and I installed those. And then up here in the engine bay, we do have all of this wire right here that's zip tied, and I'm gonna try to make like a little cover piece that will just bolt with one bolt right here, and everything will be tucked right in here underneath here on top of the fuse box. So you would literally just take one bolt. If you needed to get into the fuse box, you would take one bolt out and just just move this wire over like that, get into the fuse box. It won't be no big deal and it won't be visible. Super, super clean. And we're gonna wire it to the upfitter switch, which you'll see in tomorrow's video. But that's pretty much it, guys. There is one wire right here that I'm gonna put a little tab on to hold it up to that bed rail right there, just so it's not just hanging there and dangling. But up in here, as you all already seen, no wires anywhere through here. You don't have any wires hanging or showing. And then over here on this side, so right here looks very, very clean and factory. I just ran a brand new chunk of wire loom right with that for the rock light right there and the two rock lights in the fender well. So that looks super, super clean and factory, all in loom. And that goes all the way up here to the front. And down right here is where the loom stops, which is where all of the wires are, that I literally just have to run up through there and over to the plug-in, put some loom in the engine bay to clean it up, and just wire it to the switch. So we're very, 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 very close to being done. So I appreciate you all watching this video. Sorry that we didn't get the rock lights turned on, but that'll just make tomorrow's video even more interesting and better. So we will be wiring it up to the upfitter switches that are in the top of the dash. Let me show you that right quick, and then I'll sign off, I promise. If you are unaware, right here in the top, there's factory upfitter switches. So you will literally just be able to flip that and turn on the rock lights. So that'll be really, really cool. That's going to be all for today's video, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all watching. We are almost to 8,500 subscribers, closing in on that 10K mile mark. There goes a moth. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Always remember, everybody starts out as a nobody, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.